After graduating philosophy from the University of Ibadan in 2014, I went on to study information management systems in the National Institute of Information and Technology. And after my studies in NIIT, I got a job as the communication officer in a media firm in Abuja, and at the same time, I volunteered 2 hours every week in Leap Africa, where I facilitated leadership sessions for children in the public secondary schools in Abuja. And standing here today, I cannot help but remember that it was on a Friday evening, such as this, that I began my application to the Teach for Nigeria Fellowship. It was just after the end of work. I was sitting down and scrolling through my phone, and I saw the Teach for Nigeria ad. I had been seeing it throughout that week. The Teach for Nigeria staff must have been doing an aggressive campaign, because I thought I was being targeted or something. But this very ad was unique, because boldly it was written, "Deadline approaching. This is the right time to submit your application. Join us on the transformational journey of inspiring the future. What are you waiting for?" I was being targeted. But that day, I did not wait. I saw immediately the need for an initiative like Teach for Nigeria. I applied. And so I am here today to share with you my leadership journey in the classroom. Also, I remember the few days leading up to my first day in the class, I was excited. I was just fresh off the 6 weeks intensive summer institute, which was truly a transformational journey, a transformational experience. And I couldn't just wait to meet the pupils. But my first day in class was terrible. Reality had hit me, and it was grim. Out of the 72 pupils in my class, only 3 could read well. Most of them could not work out simple double additions in mathematics, and some of them could not recognize alphabets. This was a primary 5 class. It was a crisis, and I was right in the middle of it. I remember thinking to myself, it seems these people want magicians. They should have just written in their ad, "Magicians needed." But we started something in that class. I brought out a chair, I sat in the midst of my children, and I looked at them and I asked them, "What do you want from this class?" And they said, "We want to learn how to read, we want to learn English, we want to learn how to speak English, we want to learn mathematics." These were the most common answers. And I told them, "Okay, we'll do it. This is what I'm here for. But we'll have to do it together as a team and as a family." And this has been our superpower. We are just a large family in a classroom, learning every day. And together, we've made significant strides together. Every new week now, I see my pupils engrossed in new storybooks. Most of these books were bought with their own money, which were saved up from the 20 naira, 30 naira, or 50 naira they were given to them for lunch. My pupils, my primary 5 pupils, are pushing the culture of reading in the entire school through their press clubs, through their book clubs. They read the news from the newspapers, they listen to radio broadcasts, they compile this information together, and they summarize it and present it on the assembly ground in front of the entire school. Now the ambition of the other children in the school is to read just like the press club. My children, most of them, they come from low-income families. But they don't see school as just another social process, something they should just pass through. They see it as the citadel of learning in every ramification of the word. Just the other day, I overheard some of my pupils. They usually just gather in groups, sit somewhere and just talk during break or when they are free. They were discussing about life. They were discussing life after primary school, or as they framed it, what will happen when Mr. Henry leaves. They were talking about how they might not be so lucky as to get another teacher who wants to be their friend, or who will teach them in a way that they will understand. It breaks my heart anytime they speak about the future. And they always want to speak about it. They will talk about how I will have to follow them to their secondary schools after primary school, or how if I remain in the present school, they will come every day to visit me. My children, they are aware that their circumstances in life bound them to certain type of schools where they may not get the quality education that they deserve. And they are scared. They are scared of this. No child should have to be concerned about whether they will get a quality education or not. One of the chief reasons why I picked up the challenge to teach for Nigeria is to be able to show my children in the class that their possibilities are limitless, that they can do anything they want to do if they are willing to put their mind to it. But it is difficult having to see my children in the class at 8:00 p.m. by the side of the road selling fufu or selling agidi. It is difficult. And most times what I try to do is, when I see them, I just sit with them wherever I see them, and I know I'm always obstructing their business, but we just talk, we joke, we laugh, and we share the moment. I think that is important. And I also try to make them to go home early. This game I always play in my head. Anytime I pass by these good secondary schools, I try to imagine which of my pupils will look good in their uniforms. It's just a game I play. I know their material circumstances, considered on its own, cannot afford for these schools. Amiola, a pupil in my class, she was bitten by a rabid dog just 3 weeks ago, and the anti-rabies vaccine cost about 30,000 naira. The mother could not afford this. We had to raise up that money in our school to make sure she gets the quality health care that she deserves. This is the reality of my pupils, but it's also my reality too, because I am connected to them. We're a family. And it's this genuine relationship that has moved us from 0 to 1. And I can gladly say today, and my pupils too, they are proud of it, that they can read and they can write. They have moved from 0 to 1. Now, I want to say thank you to Teach for Nigeria for the numerous trainings, for my growth, for my development, for giving me the tool to be able to impact these children and to be present in their lives. This evening, I just hope that for many years to come, for many days to come, many evenings to come, young men and young women across our country will hear the call to arms of Teach for Nigeria and give their yes to it, because there are millions of children out there whose future depend on a quality education. Please, let us give them a chance. Let us do more. Let us put the best teachers in the classroom.